Nicole was just 7 years old when her life turned upside down. It was a rainy afternoon. Her parents were in their room resting, while Nicole was in the living room doing her homework. She became bored and she had no one to play with, since she was the only child of her parents. She decided to explore the attic, a place her parents had always told her not to go. She sneaked into the attic. The attic was dark and dusty, filled with old furniture, books and boxes. In one corner, she saw a bookshelf and she decided to search for a storybook that she could read. While searching for a storybook, she saw something strange, a big black book lying on a wooden box. The book looked old, with thick leather binding and strange glowing symbols on the cover. It seemed to call out to her, even though she couldn't understand why. Nicole picked it up and opened it. The moment she touched the pages, the book seemed to come alive. She opened it, and a strange energy flowed through her body. She screamed and fell to the floor. Her parents ran upstairs, panicked. They found her unconscious, the book lying open beside her. They picked her up and rushed her to the hospital. The doctor said there was nothing wrong with her. Nicole's parents were surprised after hearing what the doctor had said. What could be the problem? When Nicole woke up, she felt different. Her parents wasn't aware yet, but that book had caused her. At first, the changes were small. Nicole's brown eyes started turning blue while she was in her bedroom. Her parents thought it was just a phase, but then strange things began to happen. The cause showed itself quickly. One day, Nicole's teacher, Mrs. Carter, stared into her eyes when Nicole's mom, Ashley, came to drop her off at school. Suddenly, Mrs. Carter began laughing and screaming uncontrollably and had to be carried out of the room. The next day, their neighbor, Mr. Daniels, stared at Nicole for too long while talking to her parents. Moments later, he collapsed, clutching his head like he was in terrible pain. Nicole's parents realized something was wrong. They tested their theory by asking a friend of Nicole's mom, Nessa, to come over to their house. When she arrived, she was asked to look into Nicole's eyes. Nessa screamed and ran out of the house, saying she had seen terrifying visions that she couldn't explain. Her parents were surprised, and they knew the black book had done something mysterious to their daughter, Nicole. The black book had caused her. Her parents called it the indigo curse. Her eyes could control people's minds, but they could also harm them if they stared directly for too long. They called the effect the shatter. To protect her and others, her parents decided to get her a pair of sunglasses. Nicole's mom went to one of the best sunglasses shops in the city and she bought her a pair of dark sunglasses. When Nicole's mom returned home, she handed the sunglasses to Nicole's dad while they were all seated in the living room. "Never take this off in public," her dad warned. "Your eyes are powerful, Nicole, but they are also dangerous," her dad said. Nicole nodded, scared of what she could do. But strangely, Nicole's eyes never harmed her parents, not even once. They didn't understand why at first, but as time went on, the truth revealed itself. The cause, they discovered, only affected those who had no blood connection to Nicole and those who didn't love her genuinely. But those bound to Nicole by blood and intense, genuine love were not affected. Her dad later confirmed this after weeks of research and testing. He read ancient texts, searched for information on similar symbols, and eventually found a passage hidden inside the very black book that had caused her. As Nicole grew into a beautiful lady with her blue eyeballs, she learned to live with her sunglasses. Kids at school teased her, calling her "sunglasses girl" and "weirdo." She kept to herself, afraid of hurting anyone. By the time she got to college, she was used to being alone. She was used to hiding behind her sunglasses, but it wasn't easy. People whispered about her, called her names, and spread rumors. She chose Evergreen University because it had a huge library. Nicole hoped she could find a book that might help her break the curse. One day in class, her philosophy professor, Dr. Walter, stopped in the middle of his lecture. He looked directly at Nicole. "Miss Nicole," he said loudly, "do you wear those sunglasses because you think you're too cool for class? Or can you even see the board clearly?" Do you want more interesting stories? Subscribe now and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our interesting stories. Nicole's face turned red. She wanted to explain, but she couldn't. "I can see fine," she mumbled, keeping her head down. "Yeah, right?" someone in the back said. "She's probably hiding something." "Weirdo," another voice added. The laughter made her sad, but Nicole stayed quiet. She had learned to let the comments slide. People didn't leave her alone. A group of students, led by Sarah and Jake, loved to pick on her. They thought she wore sunglasses because she was hiding something ugly. One afternoon, Nicole was walking across campus while holding a book when Sarah and Jake cornered her near the fountain. "Hey, sunglasses," Sarah said. "What are you hiding under there? Ugly eyes." Jake grabbed her book and threw it into the fountain nearby. "Oops," he said, laughing. "Maybe we should take them off and see." Nicole tried to walk away, but Jake grabbed her arm. She pulled away, her heart racing. "Leave me alone," she said. But Jake didn't listen. He moved forward and snatched her sunglasses off. Nicole's indigo eyes locked onto his. Jake froze. His face was filled with terror. His knees buckled, and he fell to the ground, clutching his head. Sarah screamed, trying to look away, but it was too late. She staggered back, her face pale, and ran off crying. Nicole quickly put her sunglasses back on and ran to her dorm. She sat on her bed, shaking. She hated what her eyes could do, but for once, she felt a small sense of justice. Sarah and Jake had bullied her for years, and now they finally understood what she was capable of doing. Louis, a tall, handsome and smart guy with warm brown eyes, tattoos, and a kind smile, is sitting close to Nicole. Nicole was working on a philosophy assignment in the library. Nicole had noticed him too, but she was focused on the book she was reading. Louis had heard rumors about her, but he didn't believe them. He was intrigued by her intelligence. He had seen her answer different questions in class and thought she was beautiful, even with her sunglasses on. One day, he saw her struggling to carry a stack of books. Without hesitation, he walked over to help. "Hey," he said, smiling. "Need a hand?" Nicole hesitated but nodded. "Thanks." As they walked to her table, Louis introduced himself. "I'm Louis. I've seen you in philosophy class. You always have the best answers." Nicole felt her cheeks warm. "I'm Nicole, and thanks, but I just read a lot." Louis laughed. "Well, it shows. Mind if I sit with you?" Nicole nodded, and they started talking. Louis didn't ask about her sunglasses or make her feel awkward. Instead, he defended her when other students made fun of her. For the first time in a long time, Nicole felt comfortable around someone. Stay tuned for part 2. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out on part 2. See you soon.